Welcome to the Exam Lab, the site for exam test takers in English. I'm Simon. Today's video is part of our continuing series on the headlines. We call it Behind the Headlines, teaching you some of the vocabulary in stories that have been in the press in the last few days. So let's get started. Here's A. Highway code rule change prompts motorists backlash. B. Sponsors dump player after cruel cat video goes viral. And C. Cookie banners have backfired, say digital privacy pundits. Very good. So let's take the first one. Highway code rule change prompts motorists backlash. So there's a verb in yellow, to prompt, an important verb which you'll see a lot in newspaper headlines. It means to cause something to happen, to cause somebody to do something. So the subject of to prompt is the reason why the action is taken. So here we have a reaction from the motorists, and this is the backlash. And it is a very strong negative, sometimes a violent reaction against something. So the consumers have been told that they have to pay more for energy, and they have a strong reaction, protest, or angry reaction against that decision. What is it which has caused people who drive cars to be angry? That's the question. And it's the highway code rule change. There's been a change in this little book, the highway code, which you have to learn before you can pass your test to drive a car or a motorbike in the UK. And other countries obviously have similar rules. So this book tells you how to understand road signs, who has priority on the roads, and there is a new priority which has been adopted in the UK in February 2022, which very simply says that pedestrians and people on bicycles have more priority than they did before. And it also has not just rule changes, but it actually has recommendations. And one of them is that people in cars should practice the Dutch reach. So what on earth is the Dutch reach? So you're sitting in your car and you want to open your car door. The Dutch reach says that you open your car door with your hand, which is further away, not closer to the car door. And if you want to try this yourself, as you sit in the car and you open your car door, not with the hand close to the door, but with the other hand, you will find that you turn your body to do that gesture, and as you turn your body, you turn your head, and that will show you if there is a cyclist, a person on a bike, immediately in danger because of you opening the door. So that's a recommendation. Here is headline B. Sponsors dump player after cruel cat video goes viral. So we're talking about a player of something. We're actually talking about a football player. And what's happened to the football player? Well, somebody has dumped him. We've seen this word before in our previous videos. To dump, same as to ditch. You abandon a person, very often girlfriend, boyfriend. My example there, John's girlfriend dumped him, told him she no longer loved him, she didn't want to see him anymore. And in this case, what's happened is that a sponsor, a financial sponsor, here it's Adidas, company that you know very well, making sports clothing. It stopped paying money to a West Ham Football Club player, so he's a famous football player in the UK. His name is Kurt Zouma. And why has Adidas decided to stop giving him money? Well, the answer is that we have a video of this player kicking his cat, and this video has been put on the internet and it has gone viral. Now, this is a new expression in English, to go viral. It means to be shared widely on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. So something's become very, very popular. Lots and lots of people have viewed this video in which the football player mistreats his cat. Is this a big deal in the UK? Well, it certainly is, because the UK is a country which adores and very much loves its cats and dogs. And the proof of that is we have a well-known organisation in the UK called the RSPCA. These letters stand for the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. You'll see that this is very old. It's almost 200 years old. And this is an organisation, a charitable organisation in the UK, which exists to stop people treating animals badly, and it will no doubt itself try to prosecute the football player. In the meantime, the football player has lost money from his sponsors, and he will now face many consequences for kicking his cat in the video. Headline C: cookie banners have backfired, say digital privacy pundits. Right, once again, here's our verb in the middle, and we often like to start with the verb so we understand what we're talking about. To backfire is you do something, but it has the opposite effect from the effect that you wanted. So you decide to, if you're the government, to introduce a policy, but the policy doesn't work and it actually backfires. It has the opposite effect from the effect that you wanted. You can just say the policy backfired, that's good, or it backfired on the person or the institution. So something has gone wrong, something has not had the intended effect, according to these people here, digital privacy pundits. So pundit means a specialist, an expert in the media. So these are people who will be asked on TV or on the radio to give their expert opinion on a government decision, on something which has just happened. They could be a political pundit asked to explain whether Boris Johnson in the UK must resign because of the parties in Downing Street. It could be a football pundit who's asked about the football player as to how important he is for the West Ham team. So these are people who give their opinion because they have expertise. And these people have expertise in digital privacy, questions concerning online protection for individuals. So what are they all talking about here? Well, they're talking about cookie banners. And the word cookie, many of you will know the word cookie as an American word for biscuit. Okay, that's a good meaning, but we're not interested in that. Here we're talking about a second meaning of a cookie, a new meaning. And this is identifying data which is sent by the website to the user. And the rules inside Europe, in the EU, say that if your website can be accessed from the European Union, then you must ask permission from the user before you establish this data communication contact. So you'll see it on any website in Europe because it will say, do you give permission for cookies? And so what are these European Union data rules? Well, we know them as the GDPR, that is the General Data Protection Regulation. So this is the new protection regime in force since 2018. Okay, so it's a good thing because people are saying you are using your computer. Can we please have permission from our website to send a cookie onto your computer? So what's the problem with it? Why has it backfired? Well, it's backfired because it does not have the effect that people thought. The first idea was that people would look carefully, consider it, and say, well, actually, no, I don't want to give you permission. But generally today, what happens is that you see the cookie banner, the piece of text on the screen, do you give permission? And people just click yes. They don't read the conditions. They don't see what they're clicking. So the possible bad effect, the possible negative effect of this is that you are agreeing to things that you don't understand and you haven't read. Perhaps the computer is saying, can I use your data in different ways? Right, so have you really agreed to that, or did you just click on the cookie banner without understanding what you were clicking for? All of that is part of the continuing discussion about data privacy regulation on the internet. Good, that finishes our Behind the Headlines for today. I hope you enjoyed it, found it useful, some good vocabulary to learn. We look forward to seeing you next time.